Have a bombshell breaking news story here from journalist Ken Klippenstein. He's TYT's investigative reporter. Representative Dutch Ruppersberger, a name that sounds fake, I agree, is one of 5 Democrats who joined the majority of House Republicans to block debate on the war in Yemen. He met with Saudi officials and foreign agents representing them on numerous occasions, TYT has learned. In one instance, shortly after the war began, Ruppersberger's office met with a senior Saudi embassy official to discuss the war. Some of the meetings appear in federal filings, while another was disclosed by Ruppersberger's office in response to TYT's inquiries. Ruppersberger has also accepted significant political contributions from firms representing Saudi Arabia and its coalition allies in the war, Justice Department records reviewed by TYT show. Despite his insistence that, of course, he cares about the humanitarian crisis in Yemen, Ruppersberger's office could not provide any examples of him speaking on the subject prior to the widely publicized vote. So, Dutch Ruppersberger, right before the vote, met with Saudi lobbyists. So after he joined the just before he joined the pro-genocide caucus, that's what it is, he met with Saudi lobbyists. He's taken thousands of dollars from pro-Saudi lobbying firms. And listen, when all of you guys opened up the bowels of hell on his head after he voted in favor of genocide, he wrote an article where he's like, what happened was I care deeply about the humanitarian crisis in Yemen, bro. I care so much about the babies in Yemen, bro. Of course, that's not true. There's no evidence of it. TYT literally went through his records. Ken Klippenstein did. He said not a single word about Yemen on the floor of the House, and in interviews, he only brought it up to talk about terrorism. So in other words, no mention of the Saudi and U.S. blockade on Yemen, no mention of the cholera, no mention of the hunger and the famine, the starvation crisis, no mention of the Saudi Arabian bombings of mosques and hospitals and schools and open-air markets. None of that. None of that. And in fact, he's taken thousands of dollars from pro-Saudi lobbying firms, and he met with them right before the fucking vote. Now, a little cherry on top here for this story, so you see the kind of guy we're dealing with, Dutch Ruppersberger, I'm a fake name guy. He was one of the small minority of congresspeople who voted against the 2016 bill that would allow 9/11 victims to sue Saudi Arabia. Wow, think about that one. He voted against a bill that allows 9/11 victims to sue Saudi Arabia. One of a small minority of congresspeople. Why? Because he's taken a shitload of money from pro-Saudi lobbying firms. Corrupt as can be. Pro-genocide. See this guy? How does a guy like this get elected? Was he a swashbuckling populist out there getting small dollar donations saying, I'm going to represent the people and implement Medicare for all? He's an old school politician, status quo politician, who raised a shitload of money from lobbyists and did their bidding in order to keep his power. And then finally now, we're fighting back. When he joined the pro-genocide caucus and you guys all called him, now, by the way, you did actually bully him into the right position, which is exactly what we wanted to happen. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Rokana's bill. I'm gonna join Rokana's bill, bro. Rokana's bill. He did, or at least he said it. TYT said, oh, he's not officially a co-sponsor yet, but he said, no, I am, and it's showing up tomorrow. So we'll see, but there's a new vote in January on this issue. Now, some people might go, like Dutch Ruppersberger's Burgerington might say, well, whatever, it's in January. It's the same fucking thing, bro. Same thing. No, how many thousands of Yemeni babies are going to die because your dumbass did not vote the other day in order to end our support of the genocide in Saudi Arabia? So, even though January is close, That's a hell of a long time for starving babies in the country. Babies who you just, unfortunately, have now led to their deaths. Your decisions have led to their deaths. So fuck you, Dutch Ruppersberger, Ringskiesenthin. Ruppersberger, Tin McDougal. No, but seriously, fuck this guy. Meeting with Saudi lobbyists, corrupt as can be. He can go to hell.